And we're back. This is the Black and Tan Bay Area podcast. It's been a while, but we're back at it. And we got some crazy news out here in the internet world. Andrew Tate has been canceled. I
Yeah.
repeat, Andrew Tate has been canceled. For
But
just speaking the truth, being honest, being himself. A lot of it might have been jokes or whatnot, but it's like in this sensitive world we live in, man, like anything that's like putting women in put them in a bad light that is not flattering to their nature. A lot of times they people get canceled for it. So yeah, he's been canceled off Instagram and Twitter, and then,
Instagram too?
yeah, Instagram and Twitter, and then from what I heard from you, you said Facebook as well.
Yeah, I saw a post on Facebook saying they canceled him off of Facebook. So
Okay, yeah, so they banned our guy off of all the social media platforms, and it's like, man, come on, man. This is the world we live in. There's no free speech on the internet. It's
if they
crazy.
cancel him out, are they canceling all the shorts everybody's posting up?
You can't cancel all that. They
Yeah.
just cancel his actual page.
Just his stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So it is what it is, man. But
Right,
he's trying to. He has some people appealing for him, and so he's like he has faith in due process. So he's hoping everything go back and he be back on. But
All right, let's talk about what he did. What did he really do wrong to get canceled? Like,
okay, this is what happened. This is I'm not gonna mention this guy's name. This is one of these gender pronoun type peoples,
mm-hmm.
weirdos, and he made some comments that was like misleading. So a lot of people they get little clip bits. Like this world right where we live in now is like everybody has a short attention span, so they don't want to go and get the full information and watch a full podcast or a full video of them.
Yeah.
They'll just take the little clips and shorts. And so what this guy did, he pretty much put all the things that like little sayings that might offend people, and he just put them in together, and then he put on his page different things, and pretty much was lying and exaggerating certain things, saying, "Oh, he's been arrested for this," but then it shows and proves that no, that was a lie, and his chick lied. They said that he was had a girl held captive in his mansion.
Was it that with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
video who
Yeah.
that girl did a retraction to it, right? Didn't she like I
No.
wasn't abused or anything?
Well, yeah, probably that happened too, but no, like, pretty much her guy saw her online, like, what the heck, what are you doing at Andrew Tate's house? And he's like, no, they're holding me against my will, blah, blah, blah. Because she was hooking up with Tristan Tate, Andrew's brother,
Yeah, yeah.
and she didn't want her boyfriend
Was
to
that
know.
a blonde girl?
Possibly. I forgot how she looked.
Okay,
Some
'cause I
bimbo.
think I saw a video about that.
Yeah, some bimbo. But yeah, she lied and said, oh, they holding me against my will. And so freaking feds for overseas come over there and go and raid the mansion and whatnot, and then they do the investigation. They come to find out, they see the camera footage because he has cameras all across the mansion.
Smart.
She's over there picking up freaking delivery at the door, partying, have a good time.
Yeah.
So it shows that like, she's
Yeah, it
just
was
playing
real
line, and
tough.
she just didn't want her boyfriend to find out she was cheating on him.
Which they all do.
Yeah. So yeah, it was crazy. So I'm like, wow. It's like, really? So pretty much that guy, he used that story, and a lot of people, they don't fact check nothing. They just like, oh, I already don't like him anyway. I knew there was something wrong with him.
That's what's going on in all communities. Like
Yeah.
science, anything. They're like, oh well, it's out there, must be true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like believe all women.
Yeah.
So that he pretty much was saying stuff like that, saying that he's and using different key words like he's a dangerous man to young boys, saying that he's making them become more violent. I was like, come on, man. It's like these soy boys are out here. They don't like.
What do you call them? Soy boys?
Yeah, he's a soy boy for sure. he,
Wait, give everybody a
painted
definition of that.
fingernails, all this extra stuff, man. So he pretty much over exaggerate everything to get people in their feelings to get this man canceled. So he was probably one of the main ones, and then some other no name fat dude said he helped get him canceled. Blah blah blah. So he doesn't even deserve it. But the main person, he really took his time to kind of put these little clip bits together, saying pretty much defaming his character. So
Well, kind of like what they did with Kevin Samuels and
yeah,
Joe Rogan, right?
yeah. So exactly. So that's pretty much what it was. It's some lame-o jealous because he can't be a masculine man like that, Andrew Tate.
So he got him canceled, but nobody knows who he is, right?
He from what I see, I think he's kind of
You don't know.
popular, but you know,
Okay.
I never heard of him, so he's whatever.
Okay.
So that was he was probably one of the main people to help get him canceled, and that's what it is. What it is. So hopefully, you know, he can get back up. You know, like saying he's have his people working on it to see if you know get due process because Fresh and Fit they've been canceled before and they had to go switch over to Twitch.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, he can get back on because like he is a very important person in the manosphere, regardless if he's red pill or not, or maybe he might, you know, take things a little extra. But at the point where we at right now, we need that right now. Like men are at a crossroads right now. They're being forced to be saying it's okay, be more emotional, be in your feelings. Like that's not how we need to like have the next generation move. Like we need to be continue to build things, and you're not gonna get things built with feminine men.
Yeah. No, not at all.
So
I feel he's a smart man. He'll get back.
you know he's super intelligent, man. Like a little of his backstory, a lot of people may not know, man. Like he comes from like you know a tough background, man. He grew up tough, man. So you know, and he really him and his brother Tristan, they really have admiration and respect for their father, man. Their father was old school man's man, hard and tough, and believe it or not, was the first black chess master, grandmaster. So he's like, you know, he was really good at chess, like genius level, like to the point where he can be cooking, you know, dinner and breakfast, whatnot, and playing and still playing his son in the next room. You know, like A5. You know how they got the letters and numbers,
Yeah.
and he could make the move, and boom, he he's like mopping his son up, and he's not even watching the board.
Chess is
That-
a good strategy to have in your back pocket.
No,
for life.
chess is life, man.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? I can play a little bit. I'm like, I would say I'm below average. I'm not even average. I wouldn't even put myself in average. I'm below average.
Same.
So, but you know, I know how to play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But to be on that type of level, man, that is some serious strategy going on in your mind. Like you're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Like that's what chess helps you do. It helps you think ahead.
Yeah, a lot of Andrew Tate's analogies come like from chess.
Yeah, no, like saying, because he was like saying he grew up playing chess. Like he has one of his memories. He was 5-year-old kid, man, like doing his first tournament, chess tournament, and he beat a 16-year-old and had a 16-year-old cry. So he was like, that really kind of had a moment, you know, made him like, you know what? Yeah, I like that feeling. Make it a little, because he was nervous. He was like, oh man, I'm going to get this big teenager. I'm about to get whooped, and he ended up whooping the teenager and
but
making him cry.
That victory feels
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, reversed the roles. So
Yeah.
that really stuck out and it had an impact in his life. So like, yeah. So like for a while he was getting groomed to be the next chess master, but Andrew Tate's mom and his dad, you know, they broke up. You know, so the relationship didn't work out. So he moved to England from the United States. So yeah, he grew up in somewhere in the Midwest, probably like Iowa, Indiana, somewhere in that area.
So is mom English or?
Yeah, his mom's from the
Okay.
UK and his dad's from the States.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think he's just white, but no, he's a mixed race.
I just grew up here and it's like decided Romania is the best place to live.
No, he went to the UK first, and then from what I heard, he lived in this place called Luton.
Yeah.
So I've heard it's like the hood, for at least back then it was really like the hood, and maybe in recent times it might be a little more upscale, but when he was there, it was like hood. So they grew up hard, and he had to figure out, what am I going to do? You know, I like chess, but I can't play chess no more. I lost my trainer, which was his dad.
Yeah.
So he's out there. He's like, I find something else. So he got into kickboxing. And he wanted something that we could still kind of have some strategy, but at the same time, he wanted to have that feeling that he had when he was 5 years old and made that 16-year-old cry. So he chose kickboxing, and the rest is history. He ended up becoming a 4-time kickboxing champion, legend.
Yeah. What does his brother do?
His brother is also in fighting a little bit too. He was like kickboxing champion before,
Okay.
and then he kind of just playboy lifestyle right now. And then he was doing like webcam as well. So after like let me just get back to Tate because it's all gonna come together. Like he needed some money. He owed some debt to some powerful people that can make you disappear.
Yes, I heard.
So he had to make some money fast. So he's like, you know what? I got 70 grand. I'm gonna go gamble. He told his brother Tristan, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go gamble. I'm gonna make this money. So he studied. Now he didn't just like go just blindly gamble. He went out, studied gambling books, and tried to do all the little strategies, and lost it all.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, lost it all. And his brother's like, I told you. He's like, "Arr." So he's like, I'm gonna lock myself in the room. And I'm not gonna come out till I figure out an idea to make this money. And he's like, he was in there for a while, man, maybe probably in days. He's like, ah. And he's on the internet, and he's like, so he's looking, searching for stuff, and then this little pop-up comes up on his screen, and he saw it's little like chat with hot chicks, blah blah blah. And he's like,
I
click
remember
on it.
those.
Yeah, old school pop-up, and they're like,
Yeah.
like freaking digital, freaking grainy, barely, and so clicks on it.
Real player like quality.
Yeah, exactly. Like 3-bit, whatever. So he goes in, clicks on it. He's like, and he's just like watching, and he's like, oh, okay, some chick over there, like she's chatting with some dudes, and then all of a sudden he's hear like a little bell, like when they get paid and stuff. He's like, and this kind of light bulb went off in his head. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I can do webcam girls. It's like I got girlfriends because he like, he's world champion, so he had like ring girls across Europe that was his girlfriends, and they didn't know about each other. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go fly these girls out, have them work for me. So he flew them all out. They, like I said, they all of them didn't know about each other. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And they go in, they meet each other. It's like, who the hell is this bitch? Who is this? Ah.
It's like, you all work for me now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's like we're gonna make millions, blah blah blah. And so only 2 backed them. The other 3 they left. They're like, fuck you, we out. And so those 2 end up being his ride or die, and those 2 chicks ended up retiring as millionaires.
Nice.
So he had their back, because like saying, if they make money for him, he's gonna take care of them. And then those 3 that didn't do it, they're like all old and haggard now, and they're past their prime, and they're hating, like, and all through that time when they were on their way up, like they was always like hitting them up, like online or whatnot, like oh, why are you still with this? Because they start getting jealous, so they start seeing like, oh shoot, they making money now, they balling, blah blah blah.
No, shouldn't get stuck in your feelings.
Yeah,
The
so
bigger picture.
yeah, so they missed out on that opportunity, and then if forever regret it. So yeah, that's how he pretty much got his empire started, with those 2 girls, and he ended up going up to about 75 girls, pretty much, making about $2 million a month. Damn. So that's pretty much where he started. Him and his brother started doing it. It's like
I just remember the
Tristan
videos.
had his girls, and then Andrew had his girls, and that's pretty much how they were making their money. That's how they worked their way up. But they were doing a lot of other stuff too. They was doing reality shows, but they already had that type of mindset.
Yeah, they were on Big Brother, weren't they?
Yeah, they was on Big Brother, and then they was on different little shows, whatnot. So they already had that mindset. And one thing that I noticed, like the people that were like that really are like became like moguls or became someone really great, they already had that mentality when they were young. The Michael Jordans, the Jay-Z's, the Puff Daddies, they had that mentality, that go-getter mentality young. You know what I'm saying? And then you see like old, clips of them. It's like, man, you see the vision in them already. They wasn't 100% there, but they were on the right track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
How do you think they get that? You think?
No, it's from like saying it's from their dad. Like I'm telling you, like some people be hating, like, oh, why he's always talking about his dad? It's like, man, that's what you want. That's old school traditionalism. Like you want to have that reverence for your father, man, because that's the one that teaches you how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So that things that even though he wasn't around him all the time, because he was always traveling playing chess, but the times that he was there, he made an impact on those kids' life. They remembered it. You know what I'm saying? So he may not was always there, but times he was there, the memories that he had with them, it made an impact, and that was the key. So that's like
I didn't grow up with one, so
so
I didn't have any other sport. I had to figure that out on my own.
Yeah,
through friends or people like you.
Mm-hmm. So it was like, so I really like respect that. It's like, yeah, man, someone that always forever has like respect for their father and they want to continue that legacy. Like they have real pride in that name Tate. That's why he's like carries himself how he does, because he's like, he's great, but he even feels how his dad was even that much greater. So that's how much of an impact. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one time, like I think they were out, and he's like, his dad got in a fight, and he was outnumbered, and he took it like a man. You know what I'm saying? Bleeding, whatnot, and he just made sure he's like told his son to run, get away. You know what I'm saying? And he, held his own, against those guys. But of course, he got whooped, whatnot. But he said he held his own. And so that was like another impact. Like this was like, what I'm saying? So it's like the times he was with his dad, it was like impacts that made him understand how to be strong and be a protector. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So really appreciate that, and that's why he got canceled, because they don't want men to be looking up to their fathers. They want them to resent their fathers, so we can bring this new emo culture with these guys painting their nails and wearing skirts, and pretty much they're not wearing pants no more, they're wearing gauchos. You know what I'm saying? Like this new look. I'm like, what's going on, man? This is bizarro world. This clown world. Like, what are we doing here? So that's why he got canceled, because they don't want that masculine presence to take over. Because when you get all the
what are those called? Sun wives?
oh no, son husbands.
Son husbands. That's what.
Son husband. Yeah. That's what they want. They want a bunch of son husbands. They want emo, feminine men out here, so they can be easily controlled and they can bring forth the Great Reset and the big shebang. So that's what it's all about.
I haven't heard that term before.
They're trying to make the new world, if you know what I mean. So they need the men to be soft and emotional and in their feelings. And then they switch, and the roles have been reversed. Like the men are feminine and women are masculine. So that's where we at right now.
Yeah, it's funny to get these masculine women. It's like, I want to find a man who's more masculine than I am. Like this.
Yeah, it's like we want the exact opposite. We want a woman that's soft. It's like they don't get it. And it's like it's crazy, man. But they got programmed through feminism, and a lot of women are gonna be lost, man. They're gonna be buying box wine and Chewy.
Box wine and Chewy.
Yeah, so invest in box wine, people, and Chewy, because there's gonna be a lot of lonely women out there buying cats and dogs and drinking boxes of wine.
Yeah,
boxes and bottles of wine. So that's where we at right now, man. So hopefully our boy Tate can get back out there. But regardless, he's already said he's upward to 350 million, man. Freaking big mansion compound with 20 armed guards in Romania. So he's out there. He's good. He's chilling. He's still making about $5 million a month from just his Hustlers University and his war room.
It's true. I heard a lot of talk about that. What do you?
Yeah, the war room is pretty much is like his own secret society, man, of networks.
Yeah.
So he probably got his probably his mafioso people and other powerful men where you can get favors from and knowledge.
It's a good thing to have, man.
That's the how you can have true fuck you money is, or F you money is, not just having the money, but having the power and the connections, the network. Kevin Samuels should talk about that, having that network. You gotta have your wolf pack. So yeah, so little out of my price range right now. Like it's over $5,000 to get started for the war room, and then like that's a big dedication, because like your spot's not solidified.
Yeah.
You gotta continue to prove yourself and earn that spot. You will get kicked off and booted if you don't hold up your end and don't keep up. So you don't join the war room until you're serious.
For it.
You're serious. So I would suggest doing the Hustlers University. Pay the $49 and learn how to make some money on the internet. And then even with that, it has a Discord where it has different people out there that can help the network. You have Andrew and Tristan in there. You have Justin Waller and different other guys that's in that Discord where you can talk to about crypto and different stuff. So yeah, so that for what you're paying, you get a lot for what they're giving you, if you know how to not be lazy and access and use it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's why our man got canceled, because he's influencing everything. Like, from what I heard, like teachers are hearing conversations from young junior high and high school.
Okay,
boys
high schools.
Yeah, no, the boys talking about, like, yeah, man, it's like I ain't listening to no woman about no woman author, man. That women belong in the kitchen. I was cracking up. I was like, but we need, like, a lot of times he be joking, but people take it to the next, like saying that one soy boy be clipping everything and try to put him in a bad light. But it's like things have gotten so bad. Right now, you need that extra extreme to kind of move it to the next level, because we're gone too far left. You know what I'm saying? We're gone too far into our emotions.
Yeah.
No one can challenge your view, your point of view. It's like, how are we going to get things done if we can't even sit down and have a conversation and try to understand where each other is coming from.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's what's problem. Like that's why I'm not a Democrat no more, because I became independent because they don't want they can't handle criticism. Everybody has to fit their view, and it's like everybody's different. Everybody's not gonna fit their view, and so that's what it is, man. So
With you on that.
yeah, so hey, people out there, like let your voice be known, man. If you
Closed mouths don't
appreciate,
get fed.
yeah, if you appreciate what Andrew Tate's talking about and you like the movement that he's doing, speak up, man. Like we need to get a petition out there. Let it be known that hey, we need to get Andrew Tate's channel back up, because it's like, what is the world we living in right now? We can't have a freedom of expression. It's like these corporations are taking over with these with the politicians. It's like we have to be able to voice our opinion, because we're losing our rights every day, and so we have to speak up. And
That's what they want. They like cancel culture. Cancel culture makes everybody like.
no, yeah, it's for people who gave up in life. They just want to sit down and play video games and whack off all day.
Yeah.
So that's where it is. So
Yeah.
let your voice be known, people. Don't let Andrew Tate's message be silenced, because we need strong men in this world to keep everything moving. We don't need everybody to start going emo and being soy boys. It's like that's what the top elite want. They want men to be easily controlled. Strong masculine men are the ones to start revolution. So let's just leave it at that. You know, we need Tate.
Yeah. We need more. Like, keep his content out there. Keep his name out there.
Exactly. So yeah, he like saying with the Hustlers University, like he's like, that's what really brought him out there. It was because everybody was able to have a link into for Hustle University, and also he didn't give no one strikes. He's like, you can use my. I was like, I don't care. Use my information. Clip all my videos.
Yeah.
So that's why you see all these videos. He just took over. He became the most searched person on Google.
Real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Like we knew about him, and then all of a sudden he just blew up.
Yeah, it's like,
Everybody
yeah, I
knew
knew
about
him when he was still like underground. And he was already been on the internet for like over 6 years. So it's like, it's crazy. Like, oh shoot, like I know,
him.
I've been knowing about Tate.
When you start seeing videos about who's Andrew Tate.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, this is the world we live in, people. So like, you know, get canceled for being honest. It's like you can go on TikTok right now and you can find all types of women bashing men
Mm-hmm.
all the time. So it's okay.
Freely.
It's okay. This is one chick. Her page is like kill all men.
Yeah, but yeah, that's okay, right?
That's okay. If a guy had that, we would be instantly canceled.
No, a guy wouldn't even have that. A guy would just be like, I want a girl who's fit, feminine, and friendly. Like, nope.
Yeah. So they're
Can't have
saying,
that.
so anything that puts women in a bad light, they don't want no one to speak up on. And it's like, how can women be held accountable if they're always constantly being coddled? It's like, that's what they want. They want this to be a chaotic, up and down world, because women are erratic, man. They're not the ones that has the logic and structure first. They don't lead with that. They lead with their emotion first. And emotions are
Always.
erratic.
Yeah.
We need people to lead with their logic and reason first, being more rational, like the rational male. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
You
like,
know, you know.
yeah, you know. If you don't know, look up Rollo Tomasi, the rational male. He's like the godfather of the manosphere and red pill. He pretty much, his books has the tools that you need to understand how to navigate this new world we live in. Like, this ain't Happy Days no more. This ain't Leave It to Beaver. The world has changed and women has changed. And you need masculine men like Andrew Tate so we can have the proper gender roles. That's why everything's all over the place. We got 200-300 different genders. It's super confused for everybody. Everybody don't know what's what. And then if you say something or try to challenge anything, I'm offended.
Yeah.
It's like,
Pronouns offend you.
it's just so confusing. He, they, what? I don't get it. It's like, it's too much. And then these gender neutral bathrooms, I don't feel comfortable. It's like,
No,
you don't
I
need
wouldn't
to
want
be
my
in
kid
here.
close.
It's like, yeah, it's just too much stuff going on, people. So let your voice be heard. Get petition out there to bring Andrew Tate back. And don't let cancel culture win, because if they win, it's going to be all over. It's like, you won't be able to say nothing.
Yeah, you got no voice for cancel culture.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
So, hey, people, Free Andrew Tate.
That's right. And follow us on Twitter, just Bay Area Black Tan for Twitter, and Bay Area Black and Tan on Instagram.
That's all right. We out here.
All right, we're still building the channel, but go ahead and give us a good follow, whatever we post up, it'll help us out.
We're trying to get the red pill in the Bay Area out here, so we need to get things happening because this is like ground zero of soy boy and emo boys. So it's time to get the message for the red pill out here as well. And we're gonna be hitting the streets pretty soon. So we're gonna be hitting the streets. We're gonna be talking to different people, and we're gonna get the message out there because we need a branch for the manosphere in the Bay Area because, like I said, this is ground zero of all the soy boys and all the feminists. So, like I said, free Andrew Tate, and we are out, man. This is the Bay Area Black and Tan podcast.
That's all right. One thing before I go, though, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to email us at blackandtan415@gmail.com as well.
That's right, people, and we're out.